Welcome back to the channel. On this video, we're going to be discussing when fish are really finicky. And there's going to be two types of rods that we're going to use. One of them being the spinning rod. And the bait of choice is going to be this. This is got the EWG hook and a 3/16 ounce sinker. And the worm I've chosen for tonight is the Zoom. This is a cranberry color 4-inch dead ringer. And what I use those for is when the fish gets really tough, or the bite gets really tough, gets hard to catch fish, I'm gonna go that route. And I fish it weedless, so I insert the hook in the worm, and then I'll skin hook it on the end here, and I'm going to use that option to catch fish. And I also set it up for a bait caster, but now the bait caster has to be a light duty reel and a very limber rod. You want a little bit more limber action when you're using this worm. You don't want it really stiff. Now this is a straight shank worm hook, so it's an offset straight shank, and so that's the differences. But the hook size you want to use is a 1/0, a number 1 or a 1/0, either one will work. And I use anywhere from 1/16 up to 1/4 ounce for weights. And I prefer a 3/16 or an 1/8 ounce the most. That's what I'm going to use the most. And I use both types of rods and both types of reels, but they're on a light setup. And my line preference, with the bait caster, I'm gonna throw 6, 7, 8, and 10 pound line. And with the spinning rod, I'm gonna throw 3, 4, 5, and 6 pound line. And so that'll be the difference. And I thought I'd bring that out to you. Now this is Zoom makes this one, and there's other companies that makes it as well, a worm similar to this. And there's a lot of, Zoom has a lot of colors. So I brought this one out. I figured it would show up better tonight. And I like this color when the water is really like a milky green color. This really shines, this worm here will. And is it my favorite color? No, it's not, but it is for that water condition for sure. And then if you're gonna fish more of a murky water, say toward muddy, then you're gonna want to throw something black or a blueberry seed or something like that. You want something that's a lot darker, or say a pumpkin green, something really dark is what you want to throw. And if the water is really clear, then you want to go with the lighter colors, like there's light greens, and you get the ideal. And so adjust the color of the worm by what the water looks like, and that's going to help you out. Remember, this is for a finesse situation. They'll bite it virtually in any situation, but I use it when the fishing gets really, really tough. And this time of year it can be that way. It's a hit or miss situation, but any day can be tough. And so I'm always ready for that adjustment. I keep those with me at all times. If I fish with somebody else, I got a pack with me. And sometimes I'll only take 1 or 2 different colors, and usually they'll bite one or the other. And I judge it by the water clarity. But thought I'd bring that out to you to help you out with your fishing. But remember that if you have a situation where the fish are highly pressured and it's a really tough day, it's hard to get bit, I promise you, it's going to get bit. Something will hit it. Now, it may not be huge. It may be what a lot of guys refer to as dinks, small bass or whatever, but you're catching fish anyways. You're nothing. I mean, you're at least you're having fun. And two, that worm is going to teach you, if nothing else, even if bluegills are hitting it, what a bite feels like. And trust me, sometimes the biggest bass bites like a little bluegill. You can't judge a book by its cover. I've boated some giant bass that I would have swore was a bluegill when they hit. And as soon as you set the hook, you realize it's a totally different fish. My uncle caught a largemouth that weighed 11 pounds and 2 ounces in Florida, and he said it hit twice, and he told another uncle of mine, his brother, he said, I just had a bluegill peck this bait twice. He said, well, what are you going to do? He said, well, if he pecks it again, I'm going to set the hook. Well, when he set the hook, he said, get the net. It wasn't a bluegill, it was something else, and he pulled in 11-pound, 2-ounce bass. So you can't judge every bite by being a little fish if it hits little. I've had smallmouth hit, and I would have swore it was a little bit minnow, and then it weighs 6 pounds. You never know. So always be prepared when you get the subtle bite, and this thing will get subtle bites, but you'll be able to detect that there's something there. That's why I use the limber rods with a fast action tip. It bends a lot, and that lets that fish load up a little bit, and lets me realize if I didn't feel the bite that the fish is there because it's loading up. Thought I'd pass that information on to you. I thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Tell your friends about it. I appreciate everybody that's subscribing lately, and the comments. I'm getting quite a few comments, and I do appreciate it. I'm hoping the next video after this will be a fishing video. I plan on going in the morning and trying to catch some fish, and if I can do that, then I'll post it for the next day. Thanks again. Have a great day.